starting on a journey today, my friends. This is definitely probably something that is way over my head that I really don't know how to do, but I'm going to do anyways. So I like Harry Styles a lot. And if you're anybody that knows anything about Harry Styles, you know that he wore this cardigan, this one right here, the J.W. Anderson cardigan. That's like, I think it's knitted, but a lot of people have been crocheting it. I want to do it my way, so that's what we're doing. My plan here is basically to sew a patchwork quilted jacket. I don't have a pattern though. I'm kind of winging that. I think I'm gonna go off a jacket that I already own and just kind of copy it. I didn't really vibe with the color scheme, I'm not gonna lie, so I'm gonna change it, and by the end of this it's probably not even gonna look like Harry Styles cardigan. These are the fabrics that I chose. They look like this. We're kind of going for a 70s vibe. We've got this green, this orangey red. Ooh, this is my favorite. This, ooh, it's so soft. This orange gingham, a mustardy yellow, some like white and gray gingham, and this flower pattern, which is basically what I based the whole color scheme off of. And then I bought this green for the lining. I'm not sure if I have enough of it, but I guess we'll see, right? This will be fun. So this is the jacket that I think that I'm going to be basing it off of. It's kind of oversized, which I think is good for the sweater. My next step though is to figure out how big to cut the squares. My first thought is 5 by 5 inches. I think first things first, I'm gonna make a paper pattern. So hold on. So this is what I've come up with. This is my square. This is 5.5 inches by 5.5 inches, which gives me 1/2 inch for seam allowance, which is good, I think. To be honest, there is a pattern. Obviously the pattern is not for sewing, it's for the crocheting or knitting or whatever. I didn't look at it though, didn't look at it, totally winging it. Who knows what this is gonna turn out like, but this is what I'm choosing for my square size. I didn't even try another size, I'm just gonna go with this. I just cut the first strip of these and realized I like don't have a number. I should probably have a number. Look at, there's Harry back there. This is the only preparation that I did. I drew this. Yeah, that's it. I didn't do anything else. So I'm gonna need to do some math. Actually, you know what? Honestly, I think I'm just gonna keep winging it, and if I have leftover squares, then I can do like a patchwork, something else. Now that I have some cut, I have to iron them because they're wrinkly and it just be like that sometimes. So I'm gonna iron them now. Don't come for me for ironing on a towel or my iron from the 90s. It is what it is and we use what we got. I have all of these squares, and I think that the next step is to just lay everything out and find a layout that I like before I start sewing. So I think I've laid out the first panel and I'm gonna take it to my sewing machine now, which is intimidating. Welcome to me at my sewing machine. This is the first. Ooh, it's nerve-wracking. Okay. It's happening. Look at that. I've never quilted a thing a day in my life, literally ever, so. Pressing open the seams. panel. I've never quilted a thing in my life. I think it looks pretty good. This is gonna be the front. I think I might have made it a bit too big just to be safe, but that's okay. This is what I have so far. It's really cute. Like, I feel like I should make it into a blanket, or like I should pick up quilting in general. It's a little bit later, and I have successfully sewn not one, but two quilted panels. And I'm gonna start on the back panel now. I have it all laid out. I just have to sew it together. It is a little bit bigger than these. I don't even know if this is considered quilting yet, just patchwork stuff. Honestly, a lot more tedious than I thought, but that's okay, it's worth it. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. How are you so cute? The best part of making stuff is having your cats just want to be part of it. I pretty much always have a cat sitting on or near whatever project I'm working on. This is what it looks like right now, by the way. This is the back panel. I still have to attach that piece. Those are the side panels, and I've not done the sleeves yet, but we're getting there. Hi, it's day 2 of this project. Where I left off yesterday was probably the easiest part of this whole project. And then today, I'm not sure how it happened. I'm pretty sure I manifested it. I was at the thrift store. Your girl found a cardigan pattern. Honestly, that looks really similar to the look that I'm going for, except for it doesn't really have a collar. So can make up the collar part on my own. We're gonna start cutting things and kind of winging it from here. First things first, I'm gonna open up the cardigan pattern and see, you know, what it looks like. And then after that, I'm going to take my jacket and kind of make a pattern with this poster board. It might work, it might not, who knows. So upon further inspection, this is like not the type of pattern that I want, because there's like multiple different panels, as you can see, and there's no instructions, so we're not gonna follow this. I'm basically just gonna do a lot of that stuff and hope that it's right. I honestly, who knows? Just finished making the pattern. I really honestly don't know if it's gonna work, but I'm gonna make sure I have enough of my fabric and make sure that the fabric is enough to cover all of the pattern now. If it does cover it, I guess I'm gonna start cutting, and that's the scariest part of all of this. I dropped one. These are all my pieces. This is a sleeve piece. This is a sleeve piece. These are 2 side panels. And then this is the back. I honestly, I don't think the sleeve is gonna fit. Maybe. Oh, boo. The sleeve doesn't fit. Oh, but the front panels fit. So these will be my front panels then. Yes, those fit beautifully. I swear to God if this doesn't fit. Oh, it does. Oh, we're good. And then I have a collar piece. I didn't do any of the other trimmings yet, but I did make a collar pattern. Now is the scary part. Now I have to cut it. I also have this interfacing, and then I have the green lining fabrics, and I have to cut all of those out of this, and I have no clue if this is enough interfacing. I guess we'll see. Wish me luck. Like I've said a bajillion times, I've not quilted anything ever. If you're a quilter, don't come for me because this is probably not correct. But my plan here, this is a sleeve, by the way. My plan here is to like sew as close as I possibly can around the edge because it's gonna be part of the seam allowance anyways, but just like make sure that it's stuck together before I try and assemble the shirt jacket thing. This is my attempt. Please don't run out of thread. This This is a thick jacket. Feels quilty. I don't think that that was as bad as I anticipated it would be. Sleeve. Sleeve. Quilty sleeve. I haven't decided if I'm like actually gonna quilt it, like sew on top of it yet. I'll let you know when I decide though. So I finished putting all the pieces together with the interfacing and the lining. I didn't do any quilting on top yet. I still have not decided, but those pieces, except for like the bottom trim, the handcuffs, the collar, and like where the buttons will be, is done. Also, currently no pockets. Don't really know how to make pockets, but if I figure it out, we're gonna make pockets. What's up? It's day 3 of this now. Where we left off yesterday was me putting all of the interfacing and backing on every piece, which I have done, and I think I've decided that I am going to quilt it. That is my final decision. This is the only color thread I have that I feel like I should quilt with, and I've never quilted a thing before. I'm just gonna sew straight lines though. We'll see, because also not all of these corners match up. It's a work in progress. It'll be fun to try new things. That's all this is. It's me trying a new thing. I should have brought a fresh bobbin with me. I didn't. Oh well. We're gonna have to sacrifice this thread. I'm gonna change my sewing machine thread, and then I'm gonna sew some straight lines. I've got my pieces quilted. Officially sewn, like quilted. So I ended up doing that. I didn't do a ton, but I feel like it did make it more stable, so. And now all I have left to do besides putting it together is to make like the little end pieces, like the cuffs around here and the collar and where the buttons and stuff go, which I got more fabric for. More of the green that was my original plan. We've got some red and some lighter green, and I haven't decided what I'm gonna do for what. And then I also bought some buttons. We've got these as like a safety measure, and then I thought these were fun and fit the floral theme. We're getting down to the wire, and I'm getting nervous. I don't think it's been hours, but I feel like it's been hours. I am a mess because I don't have enough space to actually do stuff. So what we've accomplished in the last like 2 hours that I've been working are the collar, which looks like this. I quilted part of it. I'm pretty proud of the collar, honestly. It looks like it's supposed to. Then I made this, which is the bottom edge. Not proud of this. I wanted it to be a lot bigger. It didn't turn out as big. And then I made these, which are the sides that the buttons are gonna go through. Now I have to use the buttonhole maker on my sewing machine that I've never used before, and I really don't know how to. I watched a button tutorial. I was being dramatic. It's not that hard. I tried it on this piece of fabric and it worked. We're gonna go for it now. They're kind of messy right now, but these are how they turned out. This is how it turned out. That was not proper English. I still need to take some of the thread out. I look straight up like a grandfather today. Like, we got some thrifted pants. Plus this that I'm making on top of it. Like, I really just have some old people vibes today. Anyways, it is day 5 of starting this cardigan. It looks nothing like the Harry Styles one, but I promise that was my inspiration, and this is way more finished than the last time I recorded because I got very frustrated. I made the pattern myself. You guys saw me make the pattern, and I don't know why I did not just follow the pattern for the cardigan that I found at the thrift store that day, but I ended up having to add this like green shoulder piece which kind of kills my vibe, but it's okay because honestly, the like quilted squares were kind of overwhelming. So it's like a vest right now. It's sewn together, but like the front panels are longer than the back panels and stuff. But most importantly, I don't like the neck area, so that's what I'm gonna work on right now. I'm going to fold it in like this so that it's more of a cardigan feel, and then I can put the collar on here. These are my sleeves. I still need to make the cuffs, so that's why the sleeves aren't on yet. And I'm worried about whether or not they're actually going to fit on here, because I realized that I couldn't figure out how to make a sleeve pattern just looking at the jacket that I owned, and I did use the sleeve pattern from the cardigan pattern that I bought, and those aren't the same thing, so who knows if it's gonna fit. I'm also working on the floor today instead of trying to be in a semi-aesthetically pleasing spot because there's more room on the floor. Where I'm at now is I fixed these thingies. They're not perfect. The next part I'm doing is this collar, and it doesn't really fit, but I'm gonna make it fit because I made it look really nice. Look, it's quilted. But here's how we're looking so far. It looks really chunky because I'm wearing a sweater underneath. I'm really scared it's gonna be ugly, and I'm gonna be really sad because I've spent like 13 plus hours on this. But like, that's what you get when you don't know how to sew, really. I pinned the collar to it, and I'm hoping that when I sew it, it will just lay flat and it won't look stupid. Hello. This video is literally a joke. I changed my entire room around, so the continuity of this video is just out the window. It has been days since I worked on this cardigan thing, and I again got really frustrated and didn't film a lot of what I did last time. So this is an update. This is where it is now. It's almost done. It looks like a thing. Like, this is a sleeve. I still didn't put this sleeve on. It's right here. I was really nervous when I was making the pattern and cutting stuff out because I thought that it wouldn't be big enough. Turns out it's really big. So I'm gonna have to like fix that at some point. I'll try it on for you because I'm just so gracious. Oh yeah. Full body here. I'm really bad at sewing on sleeves, so it's a little bit puckered there. And it's really long, and like the sleeve is really long. So I'm probably gonna have to like, the sleeves on the other one are really long too. I don't know. It doesn't even look like Harry Styles cardigan at this point. It just looks like something a grandma would have worn, and I'm a little bit upset about it, but also not, because I also made it from my own mind. I have to put the buttons on. So today we're gonna sew the sleeve on. It's really warm because I put so much interfacing in this thing, and there's so many layers of fabric. So it's a jacket, it works. It has two sleeves now. It's still really oversized, but I think that that's okay because the original cardigan is also very oversized. Not that this really even looks like it, but that's what I'm telling myself. The only thing that I have left to do is add buttons. Why was that my default? Your girl finished it. It's not, honestly, it's not my vision. I don't hate it. In the middle, I really thought I was gonna hate it, but it's doing something. It's really big on me, but that's fine because it's supposed to be oversized. Low-key, I'm proud because it looks like a jacket and I can put it on my body. And that's what matters. It doesn't look anything like the Harry Styles cardigan that I was basing it off of. And I should have known that because I didn't use the same colors, and I used a bunch of different patterns, and I did not use the pattern that was given to us by the actual designer. I didn't do any of that stuff, and I was just like, It's the Harry Styles one, but it's inspired by, so it's fine. No joke. 30 hours into this over the last like week, and it's kind of been making me go crazy. But now I have this, and I'm very happy. Speaking of stuff I make, if you want anything that I make, I do have an Etsy shop. It's always linked in the description, and you can go buy things there. Mostly masks currently, because you know we're in a pandemic. I'm working on some other stuff I'm super excited about. I actually made these 2 shirts that are also inspired by Harry Styles. That man is currently ruling my life, what can I say? But I do plan on making a t-shirt for every song on Fine Line, and they'll eventually be out somewhere. You can like favorite my shop, and then it will give you a notification when I finally list them on there. Okay, thank you for watching. Bye.